My audio is showing working.
So here's Father Don Klein. You
I
might have
probably
heard Candace
need
talk
headphones, but
on her show,
we'll get to
an
that.
encounter that a
Nothing's
potential
polished
PBS
here.
donor had
Just
with
pushing a
this
button,
particular priest.
pushing a button.
And
I have to
her
create
telling now,
an image,
Father
so I
Klein
figured
will,
I will use that
I
as
think,
the
allude
time
either to that
to
encounter or encounters like that.
push the button and stream. Let's
It's my
sign on to
understanding
Twitch.
This recording was made with his permission. I could be wrong,
Okay.
but it's floating around out there.
So Twitch is live now too.
But I want you to
Just
listen
doing
to
the
how he
thing.
explains
All right, my chat room is open. I can peek at it.
First thing
Let's
we will talk
pull
about
a
is whether or not he was aware Charlie
YouTube
Kirk
chat
was
room.
converted.
I'm new to YouTube. I'm just pushing the button.
Again,
Everybody looks at it and goes, "What the hell are you doing,
I
girl?"
would think this guy would know.
So
but I want you to
I
hear
don't
from
expect a
him
bunch of
how
people
he
to come on, but
describes
one
what he
time
knows.
some girl said,
And let's see
"Hey,
if we can read between the
can
lines.
you
whole thing with
say hi to me so I know you're really live?" And then I didn't see it, so I guess she thought, she's not live.
Converting to Catholicism at the end, is that right? I don't know.
And I don't know why I was just talking like a valley girl there.
If you didn't hear me, I don't know.
I didn't see it.
I
So
think that's
silly.
a weird answer. And here's the thing, too. I'm not here to say Charlie should or shouldn't have converted to Catholicism. I think Charlie should have followed his heart. If that's where his heart was leading, then he should have. This is not an
Content.
evaluation of whether Charlie was about to make
Live.
the leap or whether Charlie should have made the leap.
And now let's go to
My
the chat
point is far
room.
more narrow.
There has to be a way to open up the
I'm
chat
trying to
room
figure out
in
why he's
YouTube, and
not
if you know how to do it,
I'm trying to
please
figure
tell
out
me
why he's
because
dead.
I'm not finding it.
And
But
then-
I haven't really sat down and looked at it, so maybe it's just me. 90%
if
is just
money
me.
had a role in other words, if
Okay, so
Charlie's
let's save
conversion
it,
would have
and then I just
caused
wanna
a
see-
significant disruption to TPUSA.
Boop, boop, boop.
You saw
Alright, here
how
we
he
go.
reacted
Let's go back to the
a
channel.
night or two before his
Your channel.
murder. You saw how he reacted
Live.
to losing a $2 million donation. He was very frustrated. That was the
There we go.
Jewish donors fit all the stereotypes text. That was the I'm left with no choice but to leave the pro-Israel cause text.
Now
He
I
was very
think my
frustrated.
light is too bright today. What do you think?
And so I'll go back and start it over in light of that.
The whole thing with,
I'll work it out another time. I need to build the image.
So tragic.
Then I'll get
But I guess
professional
he was
and
converting to
wear my
Catholicism
headphones
at the
or-
end, is that right? I don't know.
but I have work to get done.
People
I'm
have
probably
been
going to
talking
be
about
able to
that, so anyway.
schedule thing
I don't
after
know
the
those people.
8th.
Okay.
I have
Who's
a
saying
big
that? Oh,
marathon
no.
of selling to
There's
do
a
on
lot
the
of people
8th.
saying that he was converting to Catholicism, like at the end, and I didn't know he attended like St. Bernadette, right?
Yeah, he would come here for Mass on occasion, but I don't know anything about any converting to Catholicism. I mean, that's news to me.
Okay.
So again, that's news to me. I don't know anything about it. The impression I walked away from after this conversation was the reporting must have been wrong. Because again, I don't see how one could conclude after listening to this guy, I don't see how one could conclude that Charlie Kirk was actively looking at whether or not to convert to Catholicism, despite what he said allegedly to the
Okay,
Bishop of
so we use this.
at a prayer breakfast the week before he passed away.
And now you have to get
Because
really
those two things
specific.
can't, like,
So
your
the thing
home
with Firefly is they
pastor would know.
use credits
You
even
don't
if
just-
you
you don't
don't
just sign a
download the
piece of
thing,
paper to convert
even
to
if you don't
Catholicism.
like it.
You don't
And
just-
one
you
time
don't
they
just
gave
decide
they
one day,
gave
you know what, I'll
me
be Catholic,
3
start going to the
arms.
Catholic Church. I
I,
mean, you can
had
go
to
the
pay
Catholic
for
Church,
3
But
arms.
to be welcomed into the
But
church, you have
Firefly
to be
is a
approved.
little bit
The priest has to sign off
higher
on it. The
quality than a
bishop
lot
has to
that I've
sign off
seen.
on it.
It comes
And
with
we'll let
I have
you
the
hang out in
Adobe
lobby,
Creative
we'll let you come
Suite,
in and listen to the service.
so this
But
comes
if you
with
want to
it.
be in the registry,
And
as
it's
a
the one that I
registered
found
converted
is the
Catholic,
most-
Your priest has to know
Yes.
about it. This supposedly
Alright,
was
so
his
what I want to
priest,
do is
and his priest
be
is saying
very
he doesn't know anything about it.
specific.
And so I have trouble reconciling,
And
I
fun
tend to say maybe the
mode.
local
You always have to mood.
priest would
You always
know.
have to tell them what mood.
Maybe the bishop
Because
of Fresno heard
sometimes
him incorrectly.
it'll be dark
Maybe he
and dank.
translated the story incorrectly to his brother.
Fun mood.
That's why I went in search of an answer, because I have 2 stories that are not able to be reconciled. I've got a story of a local priest in Scottsdale who said, I don't know, I haven't heard anything about that. And I got a story in the Archdiocesan newspaper in Los Angeles that says no, he was this close. I suppose it's possible. There's a third possibility.
So I wrote Fun Mood,
It's
having a
Charlie
marathon of a live stream
all things
on
to all
Super Bowl
And when he was around a bishop that
Sunday.
he was trying to be good with, he would tell that guy, "Yeah, I'm this close to converting." And when he was around the pastor at the
is
parish where he
a
attended mass,
reseller
he would say, I don't know, not really looking for
stream.
it. I mean, that's possible. That's possible. But again, I'm setting up a
Nothing
guess that I think will be able to answer the
about
question for us in a few days.
football, except
Here is
that it's
a little more
on
from the
Super Bowl
priest at St. Bernadette there in Scottsdale.
Sunday.
And did he have like any type of like Catholic memorial service or anything?
Yeah. You know, I'm going to try to respect his privacy, so why is this important to you?
Well, so I mean, there's a lot of reasons because people are saying like
Having a
he was
marathon of a live stream on
evangelical,
Super Bowl
and they're talking
Sunday.
about,
It's a reseller stream.
I don't know, all the various.
I just looked up
aspects
and I
of
was
it,
wondering why
but,
the deer cam was
I
so
don't know.
silent,
So,
but that looks
Let me
like
ask you, because this is a point of
a very
contention,
dominant buck.
that I believe.
And
has
he's
been
probably
before, and I
said,
think
yeah,
the
nobody
previous
else
one
can
is
be over here.
interesting.
You look in the
I
far
do believe
trough.
Charlie had a Catholic
Oh, here comes somebody with a
at least a
smaller
Catholic
rack
service
than
that
him.
accompanied
He's
it
kind of
too.
looking over like, are you done? Can I get over here?
And I don't know why the guy
Smaller
wouldn't just
rack.
say
Cute.
yeah. I don't
So
know if the guy would
cute.
just say yeah. Yeah, we did a little Catholic service at the request of his family.
It
I
is
think
a
that's
reseller
it's a
stream.
little strange. to me.
How about
It's possible the guy's just very poorly spoken.
a pre-owned
I mean, that's certainly a possibility. He's just very poorly spoken.
clothing
Here is the
reseller stream? Nothing about football
probably the
except that it's
weirdest
on Super Bowl
18 seconds or so of this
Sunday.
entire interview, or this entire conversation.
Please
He's asked a very specific question about, do you advise Erica? And he gives a
take
very weird answer.
the reference.
you weren't like Erica's like Catholic advisor
Image.
priest. I mean, the people are saying that as well.
Yeah, I have thousands of people that I advise.
Right.
I'm advising you. I mean, I advise a lot of people. I'm not quite sure what this has to do with Charlie.
Please
Cat.
take the referenced image and place.
I don't like when people won't answer questions. It is so frustrating
Oops.
to me. It is so frustrating
A
to me.
couple
when
of
you
the
ask
deer
someone a
kind of
question and they
saying,
answer
I want
something you
those
didn't
little
ask."
peanuts in there.
I don't know. I advise lots of people. Now, the reason I wanted to play this is this particular clip right here. It's 26 seconds long, so bear with me. But I think this is an important clip because Candace reported the other day about an encounter
And
a-
dress her
a
in jeans
possible donor had at this man's
Sneakers.
parish. I believe it was this man's parish.
and a
And in the encounter, as Candace described, it, in
Non-
the encounter as the viewer to Candace described, I don't want to ascribe it to Candace, I
Specific
don't want to ascribe it to the person who wrote the
team.
email. But in the email from the alleged donor, the story goes as follows. I, the alleged donor, was sitting in the church,
purple
and the pastor, this guy, allegedly,
and pink
came up,
football
tapped me on the
jersey.
shoulder, and said, "Would you like to go sit with Erica?" I thought that was a weird encounter. I wanted to know more about it. I was
With-
fascinated when this question was asked, and I thought, all right,
Neon
here we go. Now we're
green
getting somewhere. Now we're going to find
accent
an answer to this question. Here's how
colors.
he answered it, which again was a little weird.
Right. And then I don't know if you're aware that there's people that are saying that I guess during Erica's
She
grieving process that you were potentially
is in
connecting
a
her with
home
like wealthy
office.
donors during that process is what people are saying now.
Yeah, I'm always the last to know, isn't it? Something.
Taking
Yeah.
photos
Actually, there's no truth to that at all.
of
There's
clothing
no truth to that.
on a rack
Again, I'm always the last to know.
in a
If I'm
pretty
a priest and somebody says, "Hey, I heard
home
you're out there
office."
shilling for a
right there.
charity, and it's all about the money," is there any truth? No, absolutely not. What are you talking about? That's ludicrous. I would never do that. I would never compromise my authority in this place
Very
to raise
feminine.
money for Erica Kirk and Stacey Sheridan. I would never do that. I would never allow my parish to be used as a recruiting tool to sucker money out of rich old people.
clothing
And when
on
I
a
heard
rack.
his response, I was a little
The
shocked.
office shows
I was
signs
also a little shocked by this next question, and I'm not trying to smear the guy.
of
I'm just trying to
being
get to the bottom of whether or not he's an honest actor,
of
whether or
reselling
not he's an honest person. Because I have questions in my head right now about the answer to
boxes,
that question.
tape,
He
shelves
asked about allegations of sexual impropriety.
with product.
And I want you to hear if he ever says,
Okay,
no, it's not true. It's absolutely false. I want you to just listen
sleeping
because I didn't
on
hear it.
a
I didn't
love
hear it.
seat
And when I'm evaluating someone's truthfulness,
is
I want to hear
a
you directly answer these questions. So if I'm listening to somebody and I'm trying to figure out, is Erica Kirk running a scam out of a Catholic parish with Stacey Sheridan under this guy's nose that he's aware of it? When I'm evaluating whether or not there's truth to what Candace said,
So
about
what type
that,
of animal?
I want to know,
I don't
is
have
this a
an
guy who's a
animal
straight
right
shooter?
now.
Does he answer questions the way
I have
questions
2
should be
guinea
answered?
pigs,
And
but
here's
they wouldn't
the
be
way
on a
he
love
answered
seat.
it,
But
and I
let's
was a
put them on a
little
love seat. They're
underwhelmed?
they're my and I
Yeah,
also
that's good.
have
That's good to
an
hear.
office
And then,
cat.
I mean, people are talking
She's not in
about,
here right now.
Also that, like in your past, if there was
Sleeping on a love
some
seat
allegation
is
of like sexual misconduct or something, and there's no truth to that.
2
I wouldn't be sitting here if there
guinea
was.
pigs.
Look, all you have to say is, of course there's no
One
truth to that. The guy
all
even gave you a
white
leading question.
with
That's the definition of a leading question.
one all
You tell
white.
them what the answer is. Hey, there's
The
allegations
other
of sexual impropriety in your past.
Try
There's no truth to that, is there? No, there's
colored.
not. Of course not. That is absolutely correct. I would never do something like that. I wouldn't be sitting here if they had investigated it
Sleeping
and found it
on
to be
a
true.
love seat is 2
Yeah.
on a
I
love
would
seat.
be
On a
removed.
love seat.
The church right now, they're
On
hypersensitive of that.
Right.
Any kind of improprieties,
blankets
so sexual or otherwise. So yeah, they would remove me
are
if there was any
2
truth
guinea
to that.
pigs.
Does that make sense? Do you
One with
understand that?
all white.
Yeah, I understand.
One
that.
all white. The other
Yeah, I
tricolored.
mean, the bishops are all over that now
Black.
because of scandals in the past,
Brown.
right? So they're very
White.
much watching that. So if there is any truth to any of that, I would be removed. Otherwise, you're accusing the
On
church
the
that they're
TV.
hiding something.
Right.
Is
Obviously,
a
there was
football
scandals in the
game.
past about that, so they're very sensitive to that.
Let me write
So,
American
They
football
are.
game.
So they would remove me if there was any improprieties. Just so you know. So I think you see what I'm saying here.
Right.
Yeah, if no, I don't want to have to see what you're saying. I want you to answer the question.
American
I don't
football
want you to
game.
say, I think you see what I'm saying.
Anything
I don't
else?
want to have to
Stop.
interpret what you're saying. Are they true or not?
The photos
allegations are
on the
surfacing.
wall
You've obviously been elevated
Are
beyond anonymity because you have people talking about the
MMA
fact that Charlie was in your parish and
and
Erica's in your parish.
BJJ.
And people are looking around and they're saying, hey,
Even
wait a minute,
though
this guy may have
the
had some
office
impropriety allegations
Is
in the past.
coquette. I think I have it.
And
Let's
it's a
see.
perfect
Let's see what this
opportunity
comes
to say,
up
what are you
with.
talking about? You're out of your mind. It's absolutely
Boom.
not true. There's absolutely no truth to any of that. Now, I want to play one more thing. I don't
Wait.
want to spend the whole show on this one guy's
Did I?
conversation.
Oh yeah, I did.
But I
9:16.
am
Oh, that was a lot to fit into
Very
that.
suspect
I would.
about his ability
I was just
to answer
thinking
quick
about a
questions. Let me
post
say
that was
I don't wanna
landscape,
call
and
it
yet
out.
I set it up for vertical.
I might have to.
They may have
Right now,
done
I'm not calling
it. What do we
I
have
want to start you a
here?
weird question. Because I'm not aware in the United States,
Oh
particularly
my
in the
gosh,
upscale suburban
that was
community
so
of Phoenix,
fast. That was
that a
so.
lot of priests get death threats.
I don't hate it. Do you hate it? I am so
But
surprised.
a lot of people get weird when they start getting death threats and they start being compliant.
Look, I got a
and they start
smile.
Going along with things they might not otherwise agree with. Listen carefully as the subject of death threats.
I'm
come up.
happy.
And again, I'm not knocking the guy. I'm not suggesting that I know he's being dishonest or anything like that. I am.
I love those
suggesting
sneakers.
It's difficult to judge whether he's a truthful
Oh my
person
gosh,
when he
I'm
won't
super
answer
happy.
questions.
I don't
That's
even
weird.
think I want to mess with
That's
it.
weird. Particularly when people are accusing
at
you
that.
of things. I mean, most people issue flat-out denials. Absolutely not have I engaged in any impropriety. Absolutely, not am I running a scam in my parish. I'm not knocking the guy. I'm letting
I am
him
so
be.
happy with
It would
this.
be very easy for me to come out and say, yeah, there's this There's this priest, and he's on the record, and he's unreliable. I don't
Do we
know.
hate it? We don't
I'll
hate
let
it
you
at
hear from
all.
him directly. Here's the last
We
clip.
don't hate it. The only, like,
And there's some other good stuff.
the tape is flat. I mean, like, am I actually going to complain? And I have no idea what this is. It looks like I was at a keg party last night.
Same thing.
But we'll
Some
keep
people
it.
kept going. And anyway, so.
Well, she's on a global stage now, though. That's different. So, and she has stress on her life, I'm sure. And as do the kids.
I don't
So,
hate it.
That could be a dangerous situation. So
I
you
don't
can't,
hate
You
it.
got to be, prudent about that, correct?
I could have sworn I heard him say it. He said that there's threats to the life on the kids.
That shirt
Who
is
threatening
perfect.
Charlie's kids?
The hair,
I'll play
it could have done the
Is
hair a
that
little
true?
different, but who's really
Is
gonna
anyone
fuss?
threatening Charlie's kids?
Who's really gonna
Play
fuss?
it one more
We're gonna
time.
keep this.
Well, she's on a global stage now, though. That's different. So, and she has stress
So
on
I've
her
gone
life,
with
I'm
gray
sure.
hair because I'm letting
And
mine
as
grow
do the
out.
kids.
I don't know if
So,
I'm keeping mine,
that could be a
but
dangerous situation.
I'm just
So
too
you
lazy
can't,
to
you
dye
get
it anymore. So
prudent
I'm gonna
about that,
take that off my to-do
Well,
list.
I suppose, yeah. I mean, there's so she does have actual death threats on her from.
We're gonna
there.
keep this because I really like
no
it. There's a
idea.
few things I'm gonna change,
I mean, because
but
that's
I like
that's
it
taste,
on the
but,
first
I
try.
mean,
I can't believe that.
some
Usually I have
people
to edit
say
and
that they
edit
get
and
death
edit.
threats and
That was
they don't really.
perfect.
Oh, I do.
You get death threats?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I've had one death threat myself, but I didn't tell everyone about it.
Yeah.
I had a death threat before. I don't broadcast it
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
So happy with this. I might fix the hair a
To me,
bit.
that's breaking news. If a parish priest, I'm done with this clip. If a parish priest is saying that there are death threats on the kid's life, I think that's breaking news. I also think it's breaking news if there are death threats on the priest's life. Guys, it's weird. I mean, just the whole thing is weird. I hate to bring it up. I hate to, but
I don't
if
hate
we're
it. Do
gonna
you hate
cover
it?
this
I
thing
don't hate
fully,
it.
and
Well, then
there
I
are
guess
these
I'm done.
allegations
See
of-
ya.
of those
No,
type
I
of things
have.
being run in this guy's
How
church,
long did that take me to do?
and there's this
17 minutes.
incredibly
It got
animated.
done in 17 minutes.
I wanna say
Holy
defense, That's
smokes.
not the right word. If there's this incredibly
So happy about that.
animated, vehement push to deny that Charlie Kirk had any interest in Catholicism other than perhaps the buildings.
So,
were
I'm gonna
pretty
keep this
nice and
one.
it was a
You know I
quiet
love
place
it.
to get away, which
So let's
could be
do.
true. I mean, they are pretty nice. A lot of them, not all of them.
All right.
Like gymnasiums. But a lot of Catholic churches look pretty nice, and they are.
I'm
generally
gonna
quiet
write
places to go.
that last
But this
image
this unbelievable
was
push
perfect.
to deny
Exclamation
that he had any
point.
interest more than that. It's a little weird, and when we're trying to
Can
establish that,
you
and as we talked about in the open,
place
it potentially
her
could have cost
gathering
TPUSA its existence. I
items
think.
in a storage unit
I think we deserve some kind of an answer. Could this
for
have been at least part of the
this
calculation for why he's no longer
Super
alive?
Bowl Sunday
So that's it. I
marathon.
gotta sometimes venture into uncomfortable territory, ladies. All right. Speaking of Erica,
Fun
I showed
mood.
this yesterday.
And
This
let's take this
I
out of
didn't play
here.
it, but I showed this clip of J.P. Sears. I may end up playing
Pre-owned
it at some point because this guy's taking so much heat.
clothing
he's so
reseller
talented, and he's so
stream.
funny. And he
On
commenting on something
Super
we covered
Bowl
on this program, which is
Sunday.
the very weird conversation Erica Kirk had on her
Delete.
Zoom call, 2 consecutive Zoom calls. Very
Wait,
awkward, very
why didn't
very
I
strange
delete?
conversation. J.P. Sears does a comedy bit about it. I don't
There we
want to play
go.
the whole thing,
That was a good
but I'll
comedy
give you a
bit.
feel for it if you haven't seen it. I'll play a little bit of it. You should find him
And just
give him
her
a
in
review
jean
to follow, but,
sneakers.
I'm going to play a little piece of it because.
All right, let's
it
keep the
sets
same
up
football jersey
this right
thing.
here, which I think is a
I
threat.
like.
I think that's a
And
that's
here we
I think
go.
that's a threat. Genuinely, honestly.
I want to be
Seth
wearing a
Dillon,
bandana.
from over at
Have her wearing
the Babylon Bee. The Babylon Bee apparently has committed to only
A
mocking correct women.
matching.
Because Seth Dillon is saying we're mocking the wrong woman. Here is
Have her wearing a matching
J.P. Sears.
bandana.
Yeah, wait for the Zoom call with Erica. Yeah, I can't believe she's doing it just 6 days after Charlie but she'll probably just be crying the whole time. Oh, she's on.
Oh, look at all the thumbs up.
The storage
Sorry, this is a little bit more
unit
informal than probably Charlie would be reacting. How sweet.
Surprisingly
is
So this is the
for
play.
the
guy on the one side,
reseller
on the right side of the screen, he's playing both characters. Obviously. The guy on the
items
right side is the
on
guy who thinks it's
shelves
amazing that Erica Kirk
with
spends all her time
bins.
talking about the merch sales, the hat sales, the donations, the business, putting Charlie's death behind them, full speed ahead. We're going to work more than ever. We're not going to spend time with our families. On we go. And this guy with the hat on is playing the normal
rug on
human
the
being
floor
who looks around and says, wait a minute. What are you
with
talking
a
about?
photo
How on earth
station.
is this normal? How is this remotely normal? How
and
can we
off to the
possibly
side.
believe that this is an acceptable way to act on a Zoom call 6 days after your husband died? That we're all going to work harder than ever. How can this be the day after your husband's public funeral? How can
All right,
we
so we're gonna
possibly
say
conclude
storage
that the
unit for
content of the
reseller items
conversation
with
needs to
shelves, bins,
revolve around how many tens of thousands of hats you've sold? How
and
many hundreds of thousands of new donors have come online?
shelves on with. Oh, look, he's eaten by. Oh no,
I think
he
it's
has
a
somebody
legit-
near
I
him.
think it's a very legitimate topic
Oh, it's a
for
girl.
dispute. This
On
right
shelves
here,
with
JP
bins
is taking real
And
heat.
a clothing
Look at what's in this guy's
rack
profile. This is
with
satire
bags over
reality.
each of the
His entire career has been
hanging
built on mocking people. And a lot of
clothing.
times in sensitive situations, which is fine. We need humor. I'm not opposed to mocking people.
to keep them dust
Obviously.
free.
Obviously not opposed to mocking. But certainly not opposed to mocking. I've got a
Let's see.
What's
The
the-
last
what's
one was
the-
perfect.
my motto is it's never too soon. When you're talking about comedy, it's almost never too soon. Now the audience might not be right, but it's never too soon.
Let's see.
Comedy exists
Oh, she looks
to break the ice.
insane.
We have some pretty heavy conversations on this.
Oh
program.
my gosh. Nope. This
You
one,
guys are
this one,
hilarious.
like this
we like to
part.
mix in a little comedy as we discuss it. And if you can't get to that point,
Why did her
if-
face
if
look like
some
that?
people are just off limits, you're not allowed to mock Erica Kirk. Why? She's a disaster. She's a walking, talking
Did I say
disaster.
take the hat
Everything
off?
she
Oh,
touches
no, no,
is
no, no, no,
seemingly
no, no,
getting
no, no,
ruined.
no.
Why can't we
Here,
mock
I
her?
forgot to say that.
Why can't we
Take
ask why she's
that
the head
hat
of
off.
TPUSA?
See how
JP did a
specific
great
you have to
job in
be?
this skit. Again, I encourage you to go give him the follow and the credit for watching it. But he did a great job because he said, "Hey, if Pat
And
Mahomes
what did
goes
I
down,
say?
Patrick Mahomes goes down. Who's the obvious person who should follow him up as the quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs?" And the other guy was like, "The second string quarterback." He's like, "No, his wife. Why wouldn't his wife be the backup quarterback?" I mean, what an obvious point. Oh, we're not allowed to mock Erica that way. Not allowed to mock Erica that way. All right, so I got a little more Erica news later, I think. I think we're going to get to it. I'm still
What
in
type
my
of
head
rug do I want on the floor?
processing whether or not we're going to get there. I do want to switch gears ever so slightly because I don't want to run out of time to cover this.
I'm gonna
I think
tab
this is
her-
fascinating. I remember when this happened. This
And
went around Twitter.
I'm gonna say a
This was
hoodie.
called Twitter back then. It went around Twitter back shortly after Jeffrey Einstein
Big,
left this mortal plane, or we
bulky
were told. There was a post on
hoodie.
the on 4chan. This is it's one it's one of those websites that you can almost say anything you want and they won't take it down.
I was gonna write woven
You can
rug on the
almost say
floor,
anything you want.
so I don't have Super Bowl stuff on it.
And so a lot of people discount everything that's posted on there as it's all just LARPing and everything like that. Well, there was a post that went up
Let's take the photo station out of there.
Before we
That's not
knew-
needed.
that Jeffrey Einstein had allegedly offed himself.
On the cement.
And I'll read it to you because it's right here. And the reason
I'm gonna
it's
write
coming back up
cold.
is there was a release in the Einstein files that seemed to
Let's
indicate
take the
there
fun
might be
mood
something
out of
to
there too,
this.
because she was having way too much fun.
Here's what it said. Here's the way it worked. I'm not saying anything after this, meaning I'm not going to follow up.
So I have to
that.
pay
Don't
for
bother
that,
asking
even though I'm not going to use it.
Please do not try to dox me. But last night, after the 0415
Well, I
count,
get so many credits per month,
They
so
took
that's going to
him,
go
meaning
against my
Jeffrey
credits.
Einstein.
But yeah, I don't like
They
it.
took him to medical in a wheelchair, front cuffed, but not one triage
Better.
nurse says they spoke to him. In other words, this guy was taken away as if he was going to the medical area, but then the medical
so much
nurses
better.
never laid eyes on him. He never showed up. Next thing we know, a trip van shows up. This is a transport van. We do not do releases on the weekends unless a judge orders it. In other words, it's very unusual that a trip van shows up. It's very unusual that somebody would come and load up a prisoner. on the
Perfect.
weekend
I think
if
I
the
have it
judge is
all
typically
done,
on
right?
work on weekends. And it's just not something that regularly happens. The transport can wait until Monday. Next thing we know, he's put in a single man cell.
So I got
and
2 images done. Like I told you, I
there's a
really
sheet
like
around
this
his neck.
program. It's Firefly from
Here's the thing,
Adobe.
the trip van did not sign in, and we did not record the
26
plate
minutes.
number, and a guy in green dress military outfit was in the back of the van, according to the tower guy who let him through the gate. You guys, I'm shaking right now, but I think they switched him out. That was up. This has been up since 2019. This has been 6.5 years. This has been up and present. So
This is
I'm aware of
perfect.
this. I've been aware of this. I was one of those who was fairly confident he was not alive
This is perfect. So
until
this,
yesterday.
I paid
Because
for it, so maybe I
yesterday
can
when the
download it, because
Einstein
maybe I
files
can
dropped,
crop some of this out.
Buried in the files
And,
was a
yeah,
document that was produced in response to a subpoena.
I'll keep it for a couple of days. Maybe
I'll
I can
explain
get a
why that
part off
matters
of
to me
it.
in this context. The subpoena appears to have been issued the day or two after that post went up. Now keep in mind, that post went up before news broke that he was no longer with us, that he had allegedly taken his own life.
All right, so we're
So
done
to
with
get the
Adobe
timeline,
Firefly.
you have 4chan post goes
Let's
up
peek
before
at,
anybody's aware that he's not alive. Then the news breaks. And then a day or two later, there's a subpoena that goes out. Where does the subpoena go out to?
let's say hi to Mario.
It goes out
We're
to,
going to go
of all
fishing at
places,
Mario's.
4chan. They want to know.
So
Who
he
put
wanted
this
me to
up?
download this Heartopia, and we were going
I was
to
curious to put
play,
it up. And the
at the same
reason
time,
I was
do dual
curious is because
streams.
a lot of times
But
people
it
just
wanted
lie on 4chan.
access
And you
to,
could envision a scenario
all
where
the
lines
surrounding-
happened to line up and the timing was just right.
how did I
Just
put it?
ever so right.
It wanted
And you're like,
access
"Whoa,
to
you got
everything
lucky." And it
here.
gets
And
all
I'm
kinds
like,
of
why
information.
does
I don't know why people get a kick out of
Heartopia
lying online,
need
but it's
to
a
know
very common
that my
practice.
printer ink
This is the document that
is
was
short on
produced. I
black
don't know if you can read it or if
ink,
it's too small.
you
I'll
know,
kinda
and
tell
that
you
what
it says
TV
here.
model is in
But
the
this
house.
is a report
It was
generated.
really
The-
weird.
the
It needed,
report was
and
generated
it
on
wanted
August
Google
14th,
permissions. It was too
pursuant to a
crazy.
subpoena request. And it's got
So
the,
I'm kind of
it says right
disappointed.
here,
He's
records
playing,
provided
but
pursuant
I'm,
to a subpoena.
I guess,
Then
more
it's got the text of it right here. It's got the
apprehensive.
IP address where it came from.
okay.
They were able to
So
track
what
that
is?
down.
So what should I put here?
And they believe it was
What if
put
I go
up by
back
this
to
guy.
Adobe?
Again, I
Because
can't
I don't
state
really like
definitively
that
it was,
one. Adobe
But the belief is this guy is who it was tracked
Firefly.
to.
Let me just
This
put
Roberto Grijalva. I don't know if that's true. There's no identifying information here. No home address, no phone number, anything.
There we go.
And here we have evidence that
I always
he
click
actually
more.
did work
It
there.
gives me better space to work
And he
with.
was there that day at that time. Friday, August 9, 2019, approximately 1:15. I, Grijalva, passed on to oncoming staff member, and then it lists some other names here. Also that inmate Einstein will be needing a cellmate upon arrival from his attorney visit. So you have evidence, when you start putting this all together, what you end up with is evidence that this guy may have been honest. That may have been something that happened. It's certainly a fun story, whether or not it's true.
Oh, what kind of deer do we have there? Oh, a little
I'm not
baby
rooting
buck.
for the guy to get away. I'm not one of those people that just
Hello, little
love
baby
chaos
buck.
at all times. And the more chaos, the better. So if he gets away, and we can prove he got away, then we got another story to run down. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. I don't want a guy like Einstein getting
All
away
right.
with it. I don't want him on the run. But I've noticed
For
something.
my...
There's
Oops.
all this good news out there when it comes to these Einstein.
We did pretty good on those last two
There's all
images.
this
Maybe we can get
incredible
this
news, right?
third one.
We get news about the way they talk to each other, the way they talk about each other. So I decided to do a search, and I'm going to redo the search now.
There we go.
I'm going to let you guys follow along with me as I do the search now.
For my
We're able
YouTube
to
header.
look at things like ABC News. Are they covering these files? No. Clinton's agreed to give oversight committee
For my
testimony.
YouTube
Nope, nothing
header.
about the content in the files. Trump urges Republicans to
Header
take over
banner.
nationalized voting. Partial government shutdown. Kiefer Sutherland makes the top of the news here. We're merging SpaceX with XA. I mean, just nothing, right? Just nothing here about the Einstein files. Well, what about over at CBS News? Do we have anything at CBS News? Well, let's check it out. No, we got a long shutdown thing. We got the Kennedy Center.
We're going to be shut down
Trump-
again?
Clinton's agreed to testify. They're not going to say anything. Sale of billions of rare earth minerals.
For my
You know,
YouTube,
Ed Martin removed his
I
dissolve. I
need
liked Ed Martin. Ed
a
Martin.
header
Now we
banner
have the
and
notable
image.
names in the Epstein files.
that
Oh, look.
displays
It's like the only
The-
people they mention are
referenced
people who were probably baptized as Christians.
image as
Bill Gates, Elon Musk, and Prince Andrew. Well, what is
a
NBC
live
News
streamer.
talking about when the Einstein files come? They agree to give testimony. Oh, here's the
who
big
does
story.
creative
The dadgum, they released it in such a
on
hurry to
Photoshop.
slander all these people. The Department of Justice released it and accidentally
And
released the identities of some of the people, so they're going to have to claw all those files back. They're going to have to pull them back out of the interwebs.
who does
They're going to have to make
creative
sure
on
you don't see any
Photoshop.
of this information. Again, I look at the news and I think, what
In
a disconnect.
home
And I will suggest
office. Cute. I want to write
it
cute.
goes the same day after day. The last 2 or 3 days since these Einstein files have come out, there's a total disconnect between what people are talking about on social media. All you got to do is scroll through X. And what the news tells us we're supposed to believe.
Sitting at a
And when I
desk
say the news, I mean
with
you could throw the Daily Wire in
two
there.
monitors.
You could throw all your shill posters. You could throw in all your Ally Beth Stuckies and Glenn Beck. You could throw all these people in there. There's a total disconnect. They just dropped a bomb on the world. They just dropped a massive bomb in the middle of everybody. And that bomb is, hey, oh, by the way, read through here and see what they think of you. See how they talk about you. See what they call you. It's a big thing. It's a big
header
problem. It's a big
banner
deal.
image that
Because these people
displays
hate your guts.
the referenced
They've always hated your guts.
image
And
as
they
a
are
live streamer. Okay, let's change your clothes.
They are so biased in favor of their particular religion that if any other religion was talking this way about people who aren't a member of their religion, they would be shamed from polite society.
Wearing jeans and sneakers.
If you had an influenced network like this of the highest levels of government and private business, and only Catholics were allowed to participate, and they said things like, we only hire Catholics. Catholics are so much smarter than the Baptists. You don't want to hire the Baptists. You certainly don't want to hire the Buddhists and the Hindus. Are you kidding me? Are you out of your mind? Like, if we talked like that, we would be shunned from polite society. If the Baptists talked that way and said, you know how those Catholics are, they can't be trusted. You don't want to hire them. This is a Baptist-only thing. We're gonna we're going to allow the Baptists in on our club, but everybody else is kicked out. It would be the front page of everything. They would be absolutely destroying it. ABC, NBC, CBS, Washington Post, New York Times, absolutely everybody would be covering it. But as soon as it's revealed that there's a protected religious class, that's the only way I can refer to it, and the Epstein files, as you read through it, is full of supremacism of that protected religious class and the way they talk about people who aren't a member of it, we're not allowed to talk about it. And we don't talk about it. And I'm frankly shocked. I'm frankly shocked. I thought it would be the front page of everything. Hey, 3 million files just dropped. And they are horrific. They talk about torture. They talk about people being sliced and diced. They talk about people being R-worded, S-A-worded. They talk about everything that we're not even allowed to say on here. They just talk about it openly as if it's everyday occurrences. It happens all the time. Why wouldn't we talk about it? Of course we're going to talk about this. It's
If
normal.
your
No,
political
not normal.
streamers aren't talking about
Not
that
normal at all.
famous
And we're
list
told it's
or
wrong. We're told we're not
photo
allowed
dump,
to have preferential treatment of certain groups.
you really need a new news source, because it's not an
I
one
will
side or
say
the
this.
other. It's across both sides, and you need to be
I'm
aware
starting
that this
to
creepy
understand
crap is
after
going
reading
on.
through there
Disgusting. I don't want to read it because
why Donald Trump's
I don't
positions
need that in my
have
brain.
changed so drastically. Not only his, but a lot of people's positions have changed so drastically. I'm starting to figure it out. Because some of the stuff I'm reading in there is so absolutely dangerous, so absolutely not normal. That you just wonder, what is it these guys were going through? All right, I want to switch gears one more time because we talked about potentially Einstein getting removed from jail. Did someone reference this? I had not heard it. I finally tracked it down. This was at a University of Florida appearance. This is Charlie Kirk talking about why he cried. He's talking with a professor, I believe this guy is. Why it is Charlie Kirk cried the night Donald Trump got arrested. This may be old hat for you guys. I had not seen it. I was frankly a little shocked. Not that I didn't trust you guys when you told me why you believed he was crying, what you recall him saying, but I wanted to, there's some things I just want to hear with my own ears, and this was one of them.
To lead them towards saying, actually, no, the people in media are misrepresenting this, and this isn't actually the rise of Nazism. He said, well, we should consider this, and the similarities are kind of eerily and chilling, which is complete
This is
nonsense.
my area of study. But I do have one thing, and I'll go ahead, and I do appreciate your time, I do. I remember I did, during the election night in November, I sat back and I was going through YouTube channels who was doing the coverage, and I actually enjoyed your coverage. And there's a point in which Trump in Pennsylvania that you got emotional, and you actually shed a tear or two. I wonder at what point in that emotional response goes from felicity and joy of shedding a tear for this liberator to actually sorrow of seeing that this was going to get to the point where it could be different. And that's where my question was.
Do you know why I cried on election night?
Because you thought it was a restoration of the Judeo-Christian
Partly.
values that are inherent
It's
to
all.
the Constitution.
Let me tell you why, because I think you might appreciate this as a historian. Joe Biden sent the entire federal government after Turning Point USA and me personally. They wanted me in federal prison. And by the way, that's what despots do, not
Sure.
Donald Trump. Let me finish. And so when Donald Trump won, it was a sigh of relief that maybe I won't have to go to federal prison. Maybe I can actually be around my kids.
I'll be honest, until you guys mentioned that the other day, I'd never heard of this. I was not aware. But, and do sometimes people go to prison for things they didn't do? Yeah. Yeah. Or are sometimes things blown out of proportion?
So
that
let
they're really
me,
not prison-worthy,
okay,
people
for
get
my
convicted
YouTube,
of
I need a
crime,
header
such
banner
yeah.
image that displays the referenced image
But
as
I
a
don't think
live
it's quite
streamer
as common as
wearing
people tend to
jeans
think.
and sneakers and a long sleeve shirt.
And
I
if you had
stream
a lawyer
creative
telling you,
while
"Hey,
on
there's a chance you're gonna go to
Photoshop
prison."
in a cute home office,
If there
sitting
was
at a desk with 2 monitors, wearing a
if
headset
some lawyer told him,
with a
"Hey,
Yeti,
I've looked at the
I'm
facts
sorry,
of
with
your
a
case,
blue Yeti mic in
and there's a
a
chance you're going to
croquette
prison."
office, that That might be too
your only
much
chance of
because it'll
staying out of
focus
prison
on that name
is
brand.
Donald Trump to get elected.
No,
I gotta ask why.
I hit
What
the
specifically
wrong
was it?
button and I haven't had a chance to, let me
God
just
damn
read it
it.
to you, but I haven't
I'm
had a
not
chance to
saying
correct it. I might have to use in
he
a
had done anything
croquette
wrong.
office
I'm saying a lawyer obviously looked at
through
what he
the
had done and
photos.
thought,
Oh,
you
it's
know,
kind of not awful.
if the DOJ gets in here, it's not going to be pretty.
So,
And it's possible to me, keep in mind, this appearance was recent. Let me look at the date. I think it was August. This
Okay,
appearance,
so
yeah, August
what I
22 was when it was put up.
what I would have noticed
I don't think
had
it was,
I read farther. Okay,
you
so
know,
this
years
is
ago.
inappropriate
Yeah,
for
it
me
wasn't.
right
Most
now
of it was
because it
late
has a
spring
black
semester.
belt on the wall.
March, April, May,
I'm a purple belt.
but it could have been as late as August 22. But I keep playing these things because I'm racking my brain thinking, why is he dead? Why is he dead? I can't get over the fact that it had nothing to do with Tyler Robinson. I refuse to believe it. I've ruled that out. I'm no longer questioning it. I no longer consider it a
Why
possibility.
is Charlie dead?
I don't think that's
He said some things
I
people
don't think
didn't
that's
agree
foolish
with.
or premature. I'm not saying
I don't
Tyler won't be convicted of it. I'm not
think
saying Tyler
that.
won't take responsibility. I'm not saying Tyler
There's
won't
something else.
fall on the sword. I'm not saying they don't have something on Tyler.
In a
that he's not
croquette
going to proclaim
office,
himself
the
guilty.
office has
we
a coat
covered
rack
last night the guy who apparently
with a
is doing life in prison in Mexico on behalf of an ambassador who probably should have been doing life in prison. That so, does it happen? Sure. People are convinced all the time to do the prison sentences of other people. It happens. But that doesn't mean I'm ever going to buy that he did it. Unless I have, even with a video, man, with all the AI and all the CGI and all that, I don't even think a video is going to convince me. There's just too much going on. I don't know if you watched Candace's show tonight. She added additional things to her timeline. Her timeline now, for the day before, the 2 days before Charlie Kirk passed away, it is getting so tight, we almost have a minute-by-minute account of where he was, who he was with, what they were talking about.
the office is. Oh,
It
here
seems
she
like
is.
he was in severe
Hi, sweetie.
distress and was worried
Where are
about
you?
dying soon.
I'll
and
show
he
you the
did.
office, kitty.
So maybe it was warranted. But if
Your
that's
eyes
true, I
lucky.
have to look at experiences like this and saying, what was going on? Now, if he
I
was
need to
afraid
give her
the
a couple
Biden Justice
pets and then I'll-
Department might uncover crimes that would send him to
you
jail, or
wanna
at least
sit
be
under
able
there?
to convince a jury that crimes were being done that would send him to jail.
Are you gonna
know,
sit
it's
on
not
my
just the
lap,
Justice
or are you gonna
Department.
sit over
They have
there?
to go convince
I need to
ordinary
get
people
closer.
from a jury pool that you've done something worthy of spending your life in prison. He said the rest of his life in prison. He didn't say go to a minimum security prison. I mean, Elizabeth Holmes was convicted of defrauding people over $700 million, and she only got 11 years. Charlie just said in that clip right there, he was afraid he was going to spend the rest of his
Uh-oh,
life
first
in prison.
yawn.
What the hell are they doing?
And I have work to get
What are
done.
they discovering?
So after here, I have like 3 hours worth of work to
think
get
it's
done. I can't
related.
start
I
yawning
think it's
now.
related. Because I could see Charlie
You're beautiful.
having a good enough conscience to say, not only are we going to stop this if Trump wins, not only are we going to stop it, we're taking a totally different
The
direction.
office is
No
set
more
up
going to
for
the next level with these
pre-owned
people.
clothing.
We're not doing that anymore. Taking it to the next level only works when our guy's in the White House. You realize our guy's not always going to be in the White House. One day, eventually, it always flips back. And then what? I go to prison the rest of my life?
Boxes,
No way. We're not
tape,
doing it. And everyone around him is going, yeah, but we'll get rich.
clothing
yeah, you might
rack.
have to go to prison, Charlie. But I'll make millions.
I wrote a live seat. That needs to be a love seat. But I didn't
I've
have a
been
chance to
asking
edit it
myself
before
over
I
and over.
accidentally clicked
If it's possible
enter. I clicked
that he
generate.
just
One
got
can-
duped.
The other is triclone, brown.
I stole. I'm not even gonna say the name of it. Hustle Witch, but with a B. I stole this from his Twitter feed. I could not find the original. It's very well hidden. But this is Charlie and Erica discussing when they got married. I referenced this the other night. I said I was going to try to track it down and play it.
All right, let me see if I have enough details in here.
With dates, and I'm going to pull
For my
something else up in a minute.
YouTube, I need a header
listener
vantage
sent me, and I
image
had
that
no idea.
displays the
It was
reference
a while
image
back. I have
as
no
a
idea
live.
what we're
I want to do other stuff too, though. So maybe.
But I want you to listen to this exchange and tell me how it affects you.
Well, this one's easy. How long were you married, and when did you know this time to get married?
All right, let me just see what this comes up with.
We laugh about this because our dates are so messed up because of babies. Meaning,
My dates are not messed up. I have 8 kids. My dates are not at all messed up. I have 8 children, and not one part of me has my dates messed up on the
Okay,
year
she
I got
looks
married.
chubby there.
And watch his face here. Watch his face. I'm gonna hit mute here again because I don't know what this score is doing in the background. But watch his face in response to this, because now she's gonna trying to explain it. Just look at his face. Don't even worry about the sound. Did you see that? Eyes closed, head nod, just devastated. They were newlyweds. They were newlyweds. They just got married. Like
Oh
3 or 4
no,
years before.
I don't want the.
We got married in 2020.
All right, so we're gonna change something here.
I'm gonna play this.
anniversary,
No,
like
text.
birth
May
dates,
14th.
yeah,
August
all the
23rd.
things.
Yeah. She
And
doesn't know.
here
She
we
gets confused by
go.
all of them, and he's over here like May 14, August 20.
So we're gonna talk about this office in a cute home, in a cute,
And so I saw that. Somebody
bright,
sent me something
pretty
pretty interesting, Frank. See if I can pull it up.
home office.
Move it to this screen.
Let's look where that
Someone
coat
sent
rack
me something
is.
pretty interesting. I thought it was fascinating. She's not the only one in her family that has trouble keeping track of dates. Because this is the divorce record from her parents. And if you look at the divorce record from her parents, right here it says they were married on November 20th, 1985. It's even corrected to 1985. It's handwritten correction to 1985. And it says she was born on November 22nd, 1988. The interesting thing about that is not her birthday. Allegedly, her birthday is November 20th. And then you go to this, and it says again, she was born November 22nd, 1988. This separation agreement says they only have one child. Erica Franzbeck, born November 22, 1988. But the petition, the decree rather, says they have 2 children.
So let's take. We're gonna take
Erica
the
Franzbeck
images.
and a emancipated child. Emancipate is not a word you use that just means adult. There's something going on in this family that precedes all of the fame and the fortune, and it's weird.
So we're gonna
Really,
take
really
away.
weird. And
Where's
here's-
the
I'm gonna
office
show you
thing?
something that's really weird to me. Now, this might just
In
be
a
too much. Maybe this is
cute,
just the way
bright,
kids are.
pretty
But
home
I'll say this.
office sitting at the
I
desk.
have 8 of them. I have 8 kids. Things that have never happened to my kids. I've never looked at a baby picture and not recognized it. I'm going to show you a series of pictures here. This allegedly is Erica as a baby. This is a whole clip here about Erica as a child. This is allegedly Erica as a baby.
Oh, I like this.
So this is the baby picture. What do you notice?
No,
here?
I don't want
notice
the.
The baby
Okay,
has brown
so
eyes.
we have to do the gate because I don't want the gate on a
Not
hanger.
even
That's so
light
gay.
brown eyes.
The office has a standing
That's-
coat
that's
rack
a
with
pretty-
BJJ
I noticed this child
hanging off of a single
brown hair.
peg.
and brown eyes.
not
And then we go forward a little bit,
on
not too much longer,
a
and now the kid has
hanger.
stark white toe hair. She's
just
toe-headed.
the gi
Back to there, back to there,
and
back
belt
to there, back to there.
on
I
a
haven't run this
peg.
through AI to say,
All right, so
is this the same child?
the office has a standing coat rack with BJJV
But I don't.
hanging
It
together.
doesn't
with a single-
strike me as the same child. It's weird. The whole thing is very weird. It's not until we get a little older does it even start to look like her.
There we go. We're getting
Like,
close.
that looks like her.
I like
But
The
that's
Office.
Not brown eyes.
I don't kind of like
And
how
unless
she's
you
like
are
arching her back.
Frying your.
We might
How old is that kid? 4,
have to
5?
block
Unless you're
that.
frying.
She's all like, check
your
me
kid's hair?
out.
Why is your hair color changing that rapidly between these two ages? They look roughly the same age, and I'm supposed to believe that's the same person.
I like The Office though. Like they did The Office well.
Again,
Look
I've
at the
got
guinea pigs are
8
cute.
children who have all had brown hair at one point in their life, and all had shock blonde
The
hair.
only
at
thing I
one
didn't
point
like
in
was
their
the
life,
way
and
that
some
the
of them, as they
guinea
got older,
pig
their
was,
hair
I
turned
mean,
brown and
the
darky.
gi was hanging and how she was all pushing her butt all out.
Never did it happen between these two ages that drastically. Never one time did it happen between these two ages that drastically. Now, it's possible. I've not ruled
No.
out the fact
Where's the other guinea pig?
that this, whoever
getting
this top
there.
famous tube is,
I kind of like this.
who has this video, I've not ruled out the fact that it's that they just got the wrong
Why
kid.
is that? Why
That
is
these
the
are
gi
not
like
the right
that?
kids. That these, but all these are the same.
Okay,
All these pictures
so I'm
here are
gonna
the
say
same,
no
These
hanger,
are all her.
not on a hanger, no hanger,
right? This is all her.
just
So
and belt
why would these not be
hanging
her? But I'm telling you, that doesn't look like her. And these two pictures right here, to me, are the dead giveaway.
on a peg.
This picture and this picture. You'll never convince me that's the same kid.
That's Taki.
I
Look
don't
at
know.
you in the window.
Again,
Look, there you are.
I have not gone through
Look, there you are.
and vetted this. I was just honestly looking for pictures of her as a child for a specific reason. I'll just say it. I'm so weirded out by this family. I'm so weirded out by her lack of a consistent biographical narrative. I don't know where she grew up, who her real parents are. I mean, I'm just telling you guys. Every piece and narrative of her story is a lie. I didn't date, except for all the guys I dated and potentially was engaged to.
Let's see.
I didn't date though.
Is
No,
the
I wasn't
fourth time
dating
the
when I
charm?
was
What do you
dating
think,
all those
Saki?
people, and I wasn't dating when I was engaged to all those people.
After this
The whole,
gets done,
I'm not
if
a
I like
drinker.
it,
No,
I'm gonna
well, except
stop
all the
here
times you caught me on video
and get the other
getting
work that
slopped
I've
with
put
my buddies.
up
And
in the
that
corner.
did happen. I never lived in China, except for the times I told everybody I lived in China, and lived in Puerto Rico, and lived in Romania.
I like it. Let's try to
You know
find
who else had a weird childhood like that?
a coat on
That
a
we couldn't
hook.
really get a straight answer on? Barack Obama. Barack Obama had a very interesting childhood, a very interesting bringing
What
up.
on the?
Where you couldn't tell.
Was that the
anything
name
was
of
true.
a song?
You had no
Coat on a
idea if
hook?
what he was saying was accurate. And what you were left with but one conclusion. This family isn't normal. It looks nothing like his father, but he does look like a guy that hung around his mother a lot. I don't know where Erica came from. But I would not put money right now that she's the product of that marriage and that she was born even in this country. I wouldn't. Now maybe there's a birth announcement out there that I haven't seen.
So let's save
or
this.
Maybe there's
Save
baby
image
pictures
as
out there that I haven't
temporary.
seen. Those are the only ones I found.
Saves and in my temporary file, boom. It's called 91. So let's add.
I'm having a hard time believing
Where's the temporary
the official
file?
narrative, which is This woman
And
just
there-
came in.
there's
to interview for
91
a
right
job with
there.
Charlie, and he was so captivated by her. Oh my goodness, he just thought she was so beautiful. He just walked over there and said, "You know what? I want to date you. I don't want
Hanging
you. I don't want
on
you to
the
work here. I wanna date you
peg.
instead."
Like, it
I'm having a really
shows
hard time believing it. Just like I'm
in
having a
the
hard time believing
second
Bill Montgomery was just
referenced
72 years old. He was born in
image.
1940.
the office
I
is
said
set up.
62
Yes.
the night that I was covering his weird story that I didn't believe. But he was born in 1940. So in 2012, this was a 72
Let's see how we're gonna do, Saki.
who
Was
shows
that
up on a
enough?
college campus to hear college kids give tea party speeches. And it's not like a college campus in his hometown. He had to travel for this.
Look, Saki, just one deer.
1940 he was
Just one
born.
deer.
2012 he shows up on the campus.
It keeps putting it on a freaking hanger.
72 years old. He just happens to
I
walk
think this
in
is
there,
the best we're
and he
gonna
looks
get.
Charlie right in the eye
So,
and he says, "You
we're gonna
can't go
save
to
this
college.
one.
You've got to start a youth organization." Well, he'd already started one. So that right there, it already breaks that. You can't go to college. You got to start a youth organization. And you and I, 72-year-old me and 18-year-old you, we're going to travel the country together.
That's so creepy.
Huh?
His parents should have like screamed.
That's just very weird.
Thank you for saying it's weird.
And I cannot get over the fact that nobody's story
I like this
lines
one
up in his life. Nobody's.
Better than this
None of them
one.
line up. Erica's story doesn't line up.
I'm gonna
Bill
take
Montgomery's
pieces
story
of
doesn't
some
make
of
any
these.
sense. The fact that Erica shows up out of nowhere, having lived all over the world, Romania,
No.
China, Puerto Rico. Parents don't even know her birth date on the divorce record, even though they don't even know what date they got married. Those dates were both wrong. None of it makes any sense to me. It's just weird. Just totally weird. And I want to get to the bottom of it. I want to get to the bottom of it.
I think this is the closest one we're gonna get to what I want, but the female and the coat rack are kind of wrong.
Roll through some of your comments. I'm going to do a members show tomorrow.
This one's so dark
Not
and
going to
creepy
do
looking.
an evening show tomorrow, but sometime in the afternoon I'm going to do a members show. I got a little driving around to do tomorrow. Not going to have time to prep for a show. Don't want to come on and just ramble.
This
If
one
I don't
isn't
have something
awful,
prepared,
but-
something interesting. I don't want to come on and
No.
and just ramble around. So
This one's kinda
I'm going to
cute.
do a members show tomorrow in the afternoon. And probably around, if I had to guess, 1:30, maybe 2 o'clock at the latest. And no, we're not having any interviewees on. That's we're going to take a break from interviewees on the members channel for a little while.
All right.
So
let's keep it
that gives you
there.
kind of an idea where we're headed this week. Just to be clear, the protocol we're going with is Einstein, correct? As in E equals DC squared. That's good. I hadn't considered.
Am
E equals
I?
DC
Yeah,
squared.
it says
I'm
I'm
going with
streaming.
Einstein just because.
But it says I'm
taking a hit.
offline
I
also.
can feel it. I know that
I want to believe
YouTube
them.
does
Here,
not
let's
like
go
us
fishing at
covering this
Mario's.
stuff. They just don't. And I've never ever had as many people contact me and say,
There
I
we
cannot
go.
find your channel anymore. I can't find your show. It's not showing up in my notifications. I'm unsubscribed.
Okay.
Obviously,
So I'm
the
going to stop
moment you say
there.
the EP
I got the
Stein word,
3 images I was looking for.
YouTube
Thank
takes
you for
offense.
keeping me
And-
company. And I pushed the button.
And I.
That's all I'm promising you right now.
I'm not gonna
I have to
talk
get through
you. I'm
this
just
marathon
telling you
on the
we're gonna have
8th.
to be cautious
And once I
with
get
how
through
we
this
say it.
marathon on the 8th, then I
answered this
can
earlier,
take
but I'll
my
answer
brain
you on
power and my
camera. Do I believe
time.
Bitcoin is here to stay 10 years
And
from now, 1,000 a coin,
Saki
500,000
will
a coin.
supervise me while I get the work done.
My best guess is
Okay.
is
She's
contingent.
comfortable,
Because right now,
but she's got the
Bitcoin
one
Foundation
nails like just poised
has
to dig into
an
me if I
answer
lift
they
her.
have to
So I
provide
don't
to
want to
me
lift her
before I'll
because I
ever
like
trust
my
Bitcoin
legs.
again.
All right,
Remember the
have a
Colonial
nice
Pipeline
one.
hack a few years ago? Colonial Pipeline
And
was hacked in a way
who
it did not
killed
stop
Charlie?
the oil from flowing. Might be a little obscure.
Who
Maybe I'll
killed Charlie?
show it to you what happened.
Who killed
It